Alright, here's a little movie on the light wind condition type wind flags that I'm experimenting with right now. Interesting thing is the vane will move before there's hardly any lift on the surveyor's tape, which is unusual. We're certainly in the sub 1 mile per hour wind range here, but you can clearly see that the vane is actually turning ahead of the surveyor's tape, which is unusual. Most wind flags, the surveyor's tape will change directions before the vane does. A little over 1 mile per hour there, probably close to 2 on those first 2 flags. A lot of rimfire ranges, they shoot in the evenings when the winds are much milder. And I've noticed at ranges I've gone to that a lot of the wind flags don't turn well in those light winds. So I thought I would experiment a little with this instead. Working on the gun, I'd work on the flags a little. Oh wow, we're up to about 3 miles an hour there on them first 2 flags. We'll just let it run a while here and observe, see what happens. The flags are completely balanced, so the fact that they're leaning at an angle has no impact on the direction that they show. Each movable flag unit as a whole weighs about 2 ounces. But it doesn't take much wind force to drive these, which is what I'm after for the nighttime shoots at Bernie. But I do like the fact that the vanes will turn before the streamers pick up or change directions, which I'm really impressed with. Little rimfire bullets get kicked around by the wind pretty easily, so it's probably quite critical to have a really excellent response on the flag angles. The angles get really critical as you approach the null condition, or the tailwind headwind type. As the flags turn crosswind, then obviously the tail velocity indication becomes far more important than the angle change, but most people don't realize that little angle changes near the null are worth much more than the same angle change as you approach the crosswind. That's well below 1 mile per hour, but those flags are still turning, still showing what the wind's doing. Just a little gradual push. Well, the wind just kind of reversed around directions on us. Very light winds. Probably peaking at about 2 to 3 miles per hour right there. The vane is definitely turning ahead of the streamer in angle changes. Most unusual. I'll have to take them to the range and see how this works. Very light wind there, but yet they still want to turn in it. That's amazing. The streamers are basically hanging almost straight down. Some of the flags are on an angle, but yet they're still turning with a sub 1 mile per hour wind. Pretty cool.